Berlin is a cultural epicenter and a global hub for art and music, attracting artists and musicians from around the world. It has been a melting pot of various cultures and influences throughout its history, which shaped its unique and diverse music. Music has played a significant role in Berlin's cultural heritage from the Roaring '20s with jazz to the communist '80s with techno. Berlin's music is continuously evolving, pushing its boundaries. Today, Berlin remains a vibrant city for innovation and experimentation in music, in between its raves, nightclubs, and festivals. Berlin has a rich and complex history. In the past 100 years, it survived the First World War, the Second World War, and the Cold War. History affected its music as much as music affected its history. During the 20th century, the city's music scene experienced numerous transformations driven by cultural, social, and political changes. During the First World War, Berlin's music scene was defined by jazz and cabaret, giving birth to the first sounds of Schlager, which originated as light-hearted and surreal songs, and transformed into the sound of German parties and beer festivals. During the Second World War, music shifted towards gospel, opera, and pop, being used for propaganda or resistance to the Nazi regime. Classical concert importance decreased, and other lighter styles became more popular. Despite the dangers of playing, musicians played as survival means and morale boosting. In the post-war era, Berlin attracted rock and punk musicians such as David Bowie and Iggy Pop. It was influenced by electronic music with the band Tangerine Dream performed in 1967 by Edgar Froese. Their 1986 live album, Pergamon, documents the night that they became the first rock band ever to play in the communist-controlled GDR when they performed at East Berlin's Palace of the Republic on January 31, 1980. In 1989, the fall of the Berlin Wall was a turning point. Abandoned buildings were transformed into illegal venues for techno parties. This rebellious spirit was emblematic of the East and West reunification and new freedom. Nowadays, music comes in every shape and sound. To accompany a live art creation, a working condition protest, or a walk in the street. We decided to get a first-hand experience of Berlin's music scene by going to a musical, a teledisco, a club, a silent disco, an online rave, a classical music concert, and more.
Every day different artists from all over the world, different also styles that you can actually see, from classic to jazz to contemporary.
The techno culture, for example, here it's a part of the daily life. So, music is in a way life itself translated into sounds.
The institute was founded because there is a vision for a long-term conflict between the Palestinians and Israelis. We are from all over the world, but especially from Middle East, and we can make music together and share our cultures together.
Berlin will be one of the disruptors for the future of music. As we know, the city has a history of political activism and creative expression, which may continue to be reflected in the music produced by local artists. Berlin's diverse population and cultural influences may contribute to the emergence of new musical styles. It's not easy to predict the future. We would like to propose 3 different paths that we have identified.
Also have disco. I think disco it's back, and because we want to have this joy of the colorful after also the pandemic. But I don't know.
Fusing together different types of music like electronics and like contemporary techniques and classics and everything basically. Like as much combinations as possible.
In a way, I think, yeah, it's going to be more and more electronic.
I feel that the younger generation wants faster music, kind of like I Hate Models and stuff is like very, and also because of the war. So the scene in Poland and the scene in Ukraine, they are very hard techno and very fast, kind of more violent than in case.